Om Sri Paramatmane Namaha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 14. The Yoga of the Division of the Three Gunas. Sri Bhagavan said, I shall expound once more the supreme knowledge, the best of all knowledge, acquiring which all sages have attained highest perfection, being liberated from this mundane existence. Those who by practicing this knowledge have entered into my being are not born again at the cosmic dawn, nor feel disturbed even during the cosmic dissolution or pralaya. My primordial nature, known as the great Brahma, is the womb of all creatures. In that womb, I place the seed of all life. The creation of all beings follows from that union of matter and spirit, O Arjuna. Of all embodied beings that appear in all the species of various kinds, Arjuna, Prakriti or nature is the conceiving mother, while I am the seed giving father. Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. These three gunas, born of nature, tie down the imperishable soul to the body. Of these, Sattva, being immaculate, is illuminating and flawless, Arjuna. It binds through attachment to happiness and knowledge. Arjuna, know the quality of Rajas, which is of the nature of passion. As born of desire and attachments, it binds the soul through attachment to actions and their fruit. And know Tamas, the deluder of all those who look upon the body as their own self, as born of ignorance, it binds the soul through error, sloth, and sleep. Arjuna. Sattva draws one to joy, and Rajas to action, while Tamas, clouding wisdom, impels one to error, sleep, and sloth. Overpowering Rajas and Tamas, Arjuna, Sattva prevails. Overpowering Sattva and Tamas, Rajas prevails. Even so, overpowering Sattva and Rajas, Tamas prevails. When light and discernment dawn in this body, as well as in the mind and senses, then one should know that Sattva is predominant. With the preponderance of Rajas, Arjuna, greed, activity, undertaking of action with an interested motive, restlessness, and a thirst for enjoyment make their appearance. With the growth of tamas, obtuseness of the mind and senses, disinclination to perform one's obligatory duties, frivolity, and stupor, all these appear. When a man dies during the preponderance of sattva, he obtains the stainless ethereal worlds, attained by men of noble deeds. Dying when rajas predominates, he is born among those attached to action. Even so, the man who has expired during the preponderance of tamas is reborn in the species of the deluded creatures, such as insects and beasts, etc. The reward of a righteous act, they say, is satvika, faultless, in the form of joy, wisdom, and dispassion, etc. Sorrow is declared to be the fruit of rajasika act, and ignorance but the fruit of tamasika act. Wisdom follows from sattva, and greed undoubtedly from rajas. Likewise, obstinate error, stupor, and also ignorance ensue from tamas. Those who abide in the quality of sattva wend their way upwards, while those of rajasika disposition stay in the middle, and those of a tamasika temperament, enveloped as they are in the effects of tamoguna, sink down. When the discerning person sees no one as doer other than the three gunas and realizes me, the Supreme Spirit standing entirely beyond these gunas, he enters into my being. Having transcended the aforesaid three gunas, which have caused the body and freed from birth, death, old age, and all kinds of sorrow, the embodied soul attains supreme bliss. Arjuna said, "What are the marks of him who has risen above the three gunas, and what is his conduct? And how, Lord, does he rise above the three gunas?" Sri Bhagavan said, "Arjuna, he who abhors not illumination, which is born of sattva, and activities, which is born of rajas, and even stupor, which is born of tamas, when prevalent, nor longs for them when they have ceased. He who sitting like a witness is not disturbed by the gunas, and who knowing the gunas alone move among the gunas, remains established in identity with God and never falls off from that state. He who is ever established in the self takes pain and pleasure alike, regards a clod of earth, a stone, and a piece of gold as equal in value, is possessed of wisdom, accepts the pleasant as well as the unpleasant in the same spirit, and views censure and praise alike. He who is equipoised in honor or ignominy is alike towards a friend or enemy, and has renounced the sense of doership in all undertakings, is said to have risen above the three gunas. He too, who constantly worships me through the yoga of exclusive devotion, transcending these three gunas, he becomes eligible for attaining Brahma. For I am the substratum of the imperishable Brahma, of immortality, of the eternal Dharma, and of unending immutable bliss. Thus, in the Upanishad sung by the Lord, the science of Brahma, the scripture of Yoga, the dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjuna, ends the 14th chapter entitled The Yoga of Division of Three Gunas. Hari Om Tat Sat.